Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the time that you're watching my speech. My name is Kate, for those of you who don't remember, and here we go. So, by a raise of hands, how many of us are essential workers? I know we can't see you, but I'm sure many of us are. Since the world has begun to reopen again, since that shutdown back in March due to COVID-19, we've had to go back to a new normal, where many of the COVID-19 precautions have been put in place. One of which is wearing masks. When my store first opened at the mall, us workers, we were required to wear masks, but our clients were not. They were never upset. We were never upset because when they left, we were allowed to take our masks off. However, since the new mandatory mask rule has been put in place as of August 1st, I've found that many people are upset about this. They believe that masks aren't necessary. Us as workers, we have to wear them for 8 hours a day. And those who enter our store also have to wear them because it is an indoor public place. So are masks helpful when it comes to trying to reduce the spread of COVID-19, or are they useless? There's many arguments against wearing face masks, such as it's against their rights and that the government's trying to control us. There's lots of people who believe that the virus isn't real. The mask will cause medical problems. For example, if you have asthma, it can worsen it, etc. Asking someone to wear a mask is discrimination, that they tested negative for COVID-19, and that the masks are a symbol of fill in the blank. What I found as well is that wearing masks has really turned into politics for some reason, where conservatives are really against it. They believe the government's trying to control them. It's all like Mayor Nenchi's fault that we have to wear mandatory masks, versus left-wingers are like, no, we're following Alberta health guidelines, etc. There are a lot of benefits to wearing masks that I found. An experiment done by the New England Journal of Medicine found that when you're speaking, hundreds of droplets emit from your mouth. So even me just saying this sentence right here, I'm just spraying everywhere. So if I had COVID-19, someone were standing next to me, I would most likely give it to them, spread it. Another study done by Nature Medicine showed that people who had the flu or common cold found that wearing masks significantly reduced the amount of respiratory viruses emitted in droplets. So even just for the common cold, it helps. There are 5 reasons to wear a mask that people have found that Alberta health guidelines and WHO have put in place, where masks protect other people. So it's not just about you, it's about others. You may not realize that you're contagious. So, for example, when you said you tested negative, between those days before you got your result, you could have come in contact and been exposed to COVID-19. Masks protect you as well, which is a no-brainer. Masks can help the economy recover. So if we're wanting to continue shopping, if we're wanting to go back to an actual normal, not just a new normal, this is something that we put in place, and that there are also a few other alternatives to wearing or to preventing COVID-19, such as the standing 2 meters apart, frequently washing your hands, and then adding the mask on as well, which is going to help us in the long run. Studies have also been done in the States and the District of Columbia, where they compared growth rates of COVID-19 before and after mask mandates. It found that mask mandates led to a slowdown in daily COVID-19 growth rate, which became more apparent over time. The first 5 days, the daily growth rate slowed down by 0.9% points compared to the 5 days prior to the mandate. At 3 weeks, the daily growth rate had slowed down by 2%. My view on this is that masks are mandatory. Masks are important. If we want the world to go back to the way it is, we should continue wearing them. All of us, we've had our classes canceled, and this is because COVID-19 hasn't gone away. We haven't done much to slow it down. Right now we're going through our second wave and it needs to be stopped. There are a bunch of different types of masks that you can buy. There are the cloth masks, there's the disposable masks, there's the surgical masks if you're into that, and if you're truly against wearing masks, stay home. It's as simple as that. But I know for many people, they want to continue living their lives. So the most we can do is wear masks, and I don't see a problem in that. Making it a politics kind of issue doesn't make sense to me, because this is the World Health Organization that are putting these in place and telling us these issues. It's not the government, it's not Justin Trudeau telling us this, it's the World Health Organization. The only reason that it's come down to politics, it's because it's the government that has to put these rules in place. They are following health organization guidelines, and that is something that we have to take into consideration. I hope this speech has been informative to you, where you can see the arguments and the pros to wearing a mask, and ultimately it's up to your own decision. But yeah, thanks for listening and have a great rest of your day.